Hi, everybody. It's Helen McConnell here from helenmcconnell.com. You know, I do these videos not to try to impress you, but to try to share information. That's it. If you're not impressed, I'm okay with that. But when I come across an idea or a tapping thing that has been helpful to me or to one or many of my clients, I like to share that with you because I think that's kind of what we're all here for, is to help each other grow. Last year, I kept getting stuck. And by stuck, I mean days upon days upon days of just wandering around going, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get myself motivated. How can I get started? I'm always fascinated about how we get ourselves stuck and unstuck. And I'm interested in how my mind works, because if I can figure out somewhat how my mind works, I might be able to help others as well. So what I began to notice was that I would get stuck because I would think about a project I wanted to do, let's say make a video, for example, and my mind would go to the stuck place. Like, where am I going to get stuck making this video? Which things are going to be difficult? And da 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 da. And I would try to figure it all out in advance. My mind couldn't get past the stuck points because I wasn't actually doing it. I was just imagining it. Not helpful. And so now what I've come to realize is when my mind does that, I need to sort of reel my mind back into the present moment and just get started. And so when I just get started, I can work through the stuck moments when I get there, not beforehand, because it doesn't work that way. And I'm sure this isn't unique to me. So the next thing I found myself sort of getting stuck around was, this project just feels too big. I only have an hour and I don't even want to start because there's too much to do. And I thought, what a waste of an hour. And I've used a timer many times over my life to help me get going on stuff. So I started using a timer, and I would say, okay, I'm just going to work on this for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. And that helped a bit. But even further stuckness came when I would have some free time and I'd think, oh God, what am I supposed to be working on? And it would be more than just my to-do list, more than just my projects, more than just my calendar. There were chunks of time that were just going to waste. So I created a 5x5. And what a 5x5 is, first of all, I buy these art cards. They come in giant packs of it. They're kind of like cardstock, cut in little squares. And I've always liked them. They're fun. I like art supplies. So I took these and further cut them into quarters this size. And there I have all these different colored cards. On the back of each one, I wrote 5x5. And what the 5x5 indicates is that 5 minutes, 5 cards. All right, let's see what I can get done. And the first time I did this, it was amazing. And it's been amazing ever since. I had a project that I wanted to do. I'd wanted to do it for years. I couldn't quite figure out the solution to this little project, but I put it on one of these 5x5 cards to work on. I'm going to just call it the bulletin board project, to work on the bulletin board project. So for 5 minutes, the first time, I just sat here and investigated. I just stared at the bulletin board space, went to the bulletin board space, and I investigated how it was all put together and what could I do to change it. And in that 5 minutes, I came up with a solution that just involved going to Amazon, ordering something, waiting for it to come, and doing the work. That project got done. Now, for years, I've been not being able to figure that project out because my mind says I have to figure it all out all at once. All I really needed to do was kind of get started. I've always had a big picture mentality, but in order to get started, I need a little place to start. I can see the big picture, I can imagine the big picture, but I need a little place to get started. So this is what I've created, these 5x5 cards. The 5x5 is 5 minutes, 5 cards. And technically that should be 25 minutes, but I give myself an hour and I pull 5 cards. They're all upside down, so I don't know what's on the other side. I just pull 5 cards and I turn one over at a time and I set my timer. I do that thing. For example, this card says, clean my car dash. So that's me just going out to my car with cleaning supplies and just clean the dashboard. 5 minutes, I can get that done. Okay. Once that's done, I turn it back upside down in the completed pile. I have a to be completed and a completed pile of these little cards. So I'm not like redoing things too close together. So the next one that I pulled, it just says write, WRITE. Set the timer for 5 minutes and start writing. That might be my longhand write in the journal. It might be working on a particular writing project that I'm doing, but write. And if you're like me and you have a lot of writing projects, you may need to make this even more specific. Write on your book, current book or whatever. Okay, 5 minutes. Now, that's not to say that at 5 minutes you have to stop. It just, you can just notice, wow, after 5 minutes, do I want to keep going? Yes. I'm in the flow now. So we just want to get out of the stuck state. 5 minutes, pedicure. Can I do a pedicure in 5 minutes? No, but I can get it started. And once I get it started, I can at least get parts of it done. I can break the pedicure down into 3 steps and get it all done. Oh, here's one. Scope out your next hike. So this is me thinking, okay, where do I want to go for a hike next? I want to get it on my calendar. I want to look at the trail, figure out how long it's going to take to get there, which day I can do it, and so forth and so on. Scope out your next hike. 5 minutes to get it started. If it takes more than 5 minutes, like I said, this is a 5x5 that I allow an hour for, and I can go longer sometimes. So these 5x5 cards, okay, like this was from before. It says taxes. It was time to file my taxes. Obviously, I can't file a tax return in 5 minutes, but I can make progress. A little bit of progress over time gets the job done. And usually once I get started on something, 5 minutes, my mind says I only have to do it for 5 minutes. My mind will get involved and then I don't need to stop necessarily. All right, write a blog post, write an Instagram post. It says check and do one miscellaneous item from my autofocus list, which is my big, huge to-do list. Just check and do one. All right, so this gives you an idea. Voice practice I have here. So I put all kinds of stuff in here. Ukulele practice, sort through photos, big projects, little projects, clear out my e-files. This is just a little sampling of the many cards that I have. There are probably 60 cards in there, or better. As I finish it, I put it down, facing down in the finished pile. When that finished, so I don't go through them again until they're all done, which also inspires me because there are some things in there I really like doing. I got to get through them all. And I don't set too many difficult gotta do's for myself because I can tend to get discouraged easily. I like to have lots of fun things that I like to do. So this is just one way that I say 5 minutes can change your life. Try it, adapt it, change it. But for most people, the 5 minute timer, or for some people, it's a little bit more than that. There are writing exercises that can get you out of a slump in 5 or 10 minutes. Whatever's got you stuck, I guarantee the stuckness is because your mind has gone way off into the future or way into the past. And it's the future part that's got you stuck, not in the moment. All I need to do is get out a piece of paper and a pen or open a document on my computer. Just get started. 5 minutes to completely change your life. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great day, great weekend. Subscribe to my channel, share this video with anyone you think it might be helpful for. Take care.